Hello everybody, Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero here on a very interesting day, and look, I am at a Tesla service center, but not because of repairs needed, because we're going to be doing an upgrade. Alright, so there she is. Now you might be wondering what upgrade is going to be happening here. Well, not from the front, but it's going to be in the back with the trunk. Right now I have a 2020, so that means this trunk is manual. However, there is a retrofit that is going to add a powered trunk. So from the app, I can remotely open and close the trunk. So let's go get this started. Alright, so I just got in the loaner vehicle, and what was very cool is my profile in the Tesla app from my Tesla downloaded straight to this loaner car through the app. I didn't have to scan any codes. They just assigned the VIN of this loaner vehicle to me. I can still see my own Tesla that is in service mode now and just in service at the service center. But full self-drive is on this, so I don't know if that means the full self-drive package that I purchased with my Tesla Model 3 carried over here, or if it was from this vehicle already. So I'm just going to check a couple other settings I like regen braking and making sure everything's all set, but otherwise, it looks pretty good, and then we're going to be away. Alright, one other thing I'm going to say I'm very impressed with. I didn't have to load in anything. So for instance, the navigation to get back home, it came right up with my profile. I just hit home and it knew. So I have home and work in there, which is really cool. So I'm already impressed with this. All right, I have just got back home with the Tesla I picked up from the service center. And this is the new upgrade. Powered trunk. These are definitely beefy. The loaner didn't even have anything this beefy. So it looks like they had to run some power cables, all the trimming, and they said there was gaskets in here that were brand new for the lights. Everything here looks pretty good. Everything's sealed up. All that looks good. Cool. And then on the other side here, same thing, pretty beefy piece here. Another power cable that was run underneath. That looks pretty good. But then here, there's a new button that was not there before. Also, I feel like there should be a delay that you can program with between there. And there we go, all locked. Everything else looks good. They actually cleaned the car, put some tire wet on. I guess they ignored my 3D printed pieces that are missing there. So I'm missing a hubcap or a center cap there. All right, so overall, really smooth process, and even the drop-off part. So for dropping off the loaner, basically they said park in any service center spot. So I found a spot, I parked in there, and then make sure that everything was out. So I opened the trunk, opened the front, all the cubbies, made sure I took everything out. I'm sure because this happened before when I picked up my Tesla, I left the Easy Pass tag on the window of the trade-in, and they mailed it back to me free of charge. So they're really good with that. So that was cool, parked on the spot. And the app, it gave instructions for dropping off the loaner. So the key, the special loaner key that they gave me, they said there's a drop box by the service center entrance. So that's where if you're dropping off your car overnight, for instance, you use that same drop box. So I dropped off the loaner key into there, and that was it. Now in the Tesla app, I still had access to the car, so I just hit one single button in there that's remove my access. All good there. So now I'm untied from that loaner car. And then for mine, in there they have lock, unlock, and actually when you go into the service section, and then in the Tesla app, essentially there's a service button, you click on there. There's an 8-step process for the repairs. I was on the begin pickup of your car. So in there, it brings you to the map, shows you where in the Tesla service center in the dealership that the car is parked, so you can get to there. I didn't even have to go inside. So they did have that, the contactless delivery where back in 2020 and 2021, where I got mine, where you don't have to interact with anybody. You can just sign all the paperwork in there and drop it off in a drop box, and that was pretty much it. But, got a little windy right there, and some things blew around. Anyway, very seamless. Then I found the car, took a video of the car at that moment before I confirmed the pickup, just to make sure everything was okay. I tested the power trunk, and it all worked. Then I hit confirm pickup, and it still said even after you confirm the pickup, if you have any more concerns, feel free to head inside to the service center and speak to a service center advisor. So overall, a very pleasant experience. I've never had a loaner from Tesla before, so this was my first experience having a loaner from Tesla, and it worked really well. And I'm very satisfied. I'm very happy that I have a power trunk, because that's the one thing I was missing from my car, which 6 months later they added to the late 2020 Tesla Model 3s versus the early 2020. The other one's a heat pump, but that's not as bad. It does draw a little bit more power, this one. It's a little bit more energy saving on the new one. I'm fine with that. I plug in every night, so I don't really have to worry about power. So overall, I'm very impressed with the Tesla service. I know there have been stories, horror stories out there about Tesla service. I have not experienced that. This is only the second time I've had to bring my Tesla in. The first time was the frunk. When it opened, it squeaked. This one was voluntary because I paid for an upgrade, and then they just went there and installed it. But overall, the service center folks, they're really nice. First time and the second time. It was also really cool to see the Cybertruck up front in person, very big, and also that Tesla robot. It was really cool to see in person the Tesla robot, which is actually my height, which is kind of freaky at first, but this may be the future in 100 years from now, that everyone has a robot, especially with that Boston Dynamics video. But overall, I'm very satisfied. This was a really cool look at Tesla service. If you have any questions at all about Tesla service in general, or just what maintenance looks like on a Tesla, feel free to leave those comments below. All right, so that's a wrap for this video. I hope everyone enjoyed this full charge Thursday with Tesla service and a power trunk upgrade. I'm excited for this, and I got a road trip coming up this weekend that I am also excited that I'll have it for. All right, everybody, this is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.